Time to get a little bit funky, and we have made these milestone videos, right, using the templates that I gave you or using your own methodology. Either way is fine as long as we make them. I can promise you one thing: no matter what you do, you're likely to make more money if you make them than if you would that if you didn't make them. So please don't worry about making them perfectly right now. Just get something out there. Take some imperfect action, So what we want to do now is we want to build the pages where these videos and subsequent pitches are going to reside. After we build the pages, then we can maybe create the little email sequence that sends people to the milestone sequence, right? So what are we going to do? We're going to ease on over here to lead pages. Look how nice and smooth that transition was. I tell you what, we really got it going on here today. So I'm in lead pages again. I'm going to click on templates, and technically speaking, really, a milestone sequence is nothing more than a series of video sales letters, isn't it? Because what we're doing in a milestone sequence is we're giving very, very good content, and then we're following that with a pitch for something that is directly related to the content. Kind of like, hey, here's some cool stuff, and by the way, if you like that cool stuff, you can get some more cool stuff for a little bit of money. Or, hey, maybe even a lot of money, right? It's up to you. It's your show. So what we're going to do with that in mind is we're going to ease on over here to sales pages, and we're going to select some video sales pages. Now, there are a lot of options to choose from with video sales pages. You have two choices right now. You could get really fancy, and you could create a launch funnel page. So I'll just show you what that looks like right now. Hang on here. And come on there, buddy. All right, so you'll recognize this, right? So you got the multiple videos in a launch, and if they're on video number 1, they can't see these, but they know they're coming, and you got the little thumbnails for that and everything. You've got the Facebook comments, etc., and all that's kind of ninja. You're welcome to do that. I have never done it personally because it takes longer. I always choose the simplest path when it comes to building pages like this, and it's always served me well. So if you want to get fancy, you can. The one thing that really kind of causes me to not use this particular page is the fact that instead of a traditional product launch where you can't buy anything during the video series until, of course, you get to the final sales video, the difference in a milestone series is we give them the ability to buy at the end of the milestone. So I think if we have these teases up here that there's more free stuff coming, it'll cause them to wait until later to buy, and later often means never. So that's why I don't use this personally. Another reason I don't really do it personally is because these comments are weird. I think I'm right about this. I've never found a way around it, but they just kind of put random Facebook comments in here that aren't necessarily related to what you're saying, and I think that can throw people off a little bit. So I don't particularly care for that. I don't think it's like dishonest or anything like that, but it's just kind of irrelevant to your offer. Like, what if you're selling something about how to, save your marriage, and you've got a comment right here that says, "You're a great guy. I finally found something I can make money. I'm looking forward to this webinar." Your audience is going to be like, "What the hell? What are they talking about?" That's weird. And the reason I discovered this, by the way, is I accidentally left this turned on once on one of my pages. So what I recommend, my dear friend, is for us to use, where'd you go, sales pages, for us to use the good old-fashioned choice of this dude, which is just cool looking, right? Which just makes it look like it's playing on an iPhone. Or, of course, the classic video sales page 3. Personally, I think we all know the answer here. I use video sales page numero treso. So I'm going to click on use this template. I'm not going to answer the dang survey there because there's no need to. And what we're going to do first, of course, is name the page. I could just call this, milestone 1 if I want to. I'm just going to say demo for my own personal use here so I don't confuse myself later when I'm looking through lead pages. Now I'll just go ahead and click on save here just to go ahead and keep the file saved. All right, so now we can start editing. And this is the exact same process that we did when we created your immediate offer page that happens when they opt in. We're just putting a different video up and changing the headlines here, right? So let's start with the top of it. If you don't have a logo and don't want to get one made, no problem. I never use them. So I click here and I click on hidden for logo, and what next thing you know, no mas logo. So I click on OK to save that little change there. Now we're going to create a headline, right? And so our headline can be, what are we going to make this one about? What was it? Targeted traffic, right? So what I did is I just paused it there so you wouldn't have to watch me. So I'm just going to position this guy as a tutorial. Say tutorial, how to get laser targeted traffic. I think I'll capitalize laser there because lasers should always be capitalized. How to get laser targeted traffic to your webinar registration pages, right? So I'll just click on OK. That's the new headline. Subheadline goes here. And I always love the language pattern of, so you can make more sales, right? I mean, what more would you want? More people to the registration pages equals more sales, right? So I'll put that right there, and that's okay. Next thing you know, we want to add our video, right? So I'm going to go over here to Wistia. Now, again, you don't have to use Wistia, but we've kind of been going with that. So if you remember, we created the thank you video there during the last module. So what I'll do is you go to any of your projects that you want to, right, and get some video code. I'll go over here. I'll just ease on over here to what was it? To whoops, sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. I got to click on the video itself. Hello, everyone, and welcome to List. Sorry about that. Okay, now we go to video actions. I'll go to embed and share. I'll click on copy. Now remember, if you're doing it with a fresh video, which you probably would be, you're going to want to go and customize it and make sure it auto plays and all that stuff. So you always want to go over here, disable comments, which I already did in the last module, disable all of this stuff and click on the autoplay option, right? So we'll save it. And then of course I'll go back over here, embed and share. The code just happens to come up automatically. This is the perfect video size, so that's fine. Don't need to mess with it. And I'll just ease on over here, paste that video code right there in that little box. And again, you could use YouTube embed code. It doesn't matter. Wherever you want to host your videos is fine, right? I like Wistia because it's built for business. And you click on OK. So now our video is ready to play. And now our big thing here is to make this button appear. And this is really important because they're arriving here and it's a tutorial, right? So you don't want to, have your buy button right directly underneath the tutorial the whole time, because it'll cause them not to actually pay attention to the good content you're delivering, because their sales radar will be up and they'll be weirded out. So we're going to make this guy fade in. So whenever you start mentioning the video, or whenever you start mentioning the price and making the offer in your video, like if you'll remember, that was around slide number 18 or something like that, in the templates there, you just need to make note of that time, how many minutes and seconds have gone by, and then you simply go over here to fade in box, just like we did the last time, when we say, okay, so let's say your video's 7 minutes long and you mentioned the price at minute 4. You would just put fade in here at 4 minutes. I'm going to put fade in here at like 10 seconds, just so we can see it appear during the demo, right? And we'll click on OK. And you know what? I'm going to leave all this stuff here because I mentioned the guarantee so much in the sales video template, right? Actually the milestone video template, but at the pitch, during the pitch of the milestone video, I gave you those instructions on how to really restate your risk reversal and how to be very, very clear about it. So I think it serves us to have this appear as well. So I'm going to leave all of this be. And of course you can put your terms and services links here, and you know how to do that already. So you just highlight this text here, click the link button, click the insert link, and get rid of these two things, and just type in whatever URL you have there. And we went over how to do that there earlier in the other modules. So I'll just click on OK for now. I'm just kind of walking you through how to do that in case you'd forgotten. I need to hear things multiple times personally. So, dude, seriously, that was it. That was building the entire page. We just copied and pasted some code in there, basically. Changed some stuff. If you want to make this say something instead of click here to add to cart now, you can. All right, so you can experiment with that. So we'll go ahead and click on save one more time. And it's working here. It's saving. Come on, buddy. Come on there, buddy. Let's do some saving. All right, camera's rolling. You're getting sleepier. Watch the mouse. There we go. Okay, so, and now we'll click on publish. And when we do, we get our URL. So I can click on view page here. Hello everyone and welcome. I'll pause it. Now of course that's the same video we've been using, but you would use different video code. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. About 10 seconds will go by and this fellow right here should appear. Boom, along with the guarantee bars. You see? So that looks good, So now when we send people to this, we're going to deliver great content to them and really help them up front. And then right when we start talking about the product and mention the price during that drop down price phase, boom. We have the add to cart button up here, and we should sell some stuff, right? So what happens, oh, by the way, real quick, what happens if we don't sell some stuff? Well, of course, there's always tomorrow, right? So let's see. I'll go ahead and save this page here as milestone 1, right? Because I'm going to need that when I create my autoresponder sequence. So there's always tomorrow. If they don't buy here, there's always tomorrow, right? So if you remember this, notice full page this guy. Boom. If you remember this, this sequence here, then if they don't buy today, then we just send them the email to milestone number 2 tomorrow, etc., right? So I don't think you need me to make 4 different milestone pages for you, because I think you get the drift. Here, you could probably create all of your pages within an hour max, because all we're doing is cutting and pasting, and I just built one real time while yapping along here in this video. So I'll go ahead and end this video right here, and in our next video, I'll show you how to set up your follow-up sequence so we can actually send these things out in a super cool way. All right, so I'll see you in the next video. Let's get on it.